I think one thing that's sad in America is how they keep everybody corralled like sheep or cows. You know, the politicians and the corporations work together to fuck over the American people every fucking time. It's kind of like how corporations, they just keep charging higher and higher costs for utilities, rent, fucking groceries. And politicians at any point in time could raise the minimum wage just like they vote to raise their own fucking wages year after year. But there's some strange idea that, you know, people in America don't deserve to have living wages. They don't deserve to afford shelter. They don't deserve to have food, even when, you know, they work 40 hours a week. There's some strange idea that we should just continue to privatize every aspect of life so that some bitch in a suit and tie can continue to extract wealth from human beings. Used to be a goddamn time where you buy a fucking CD and you put it in a CD fucking player and you could listen to it. No commercials. Oh no, you can't get a fucking CD. Now you have to get a goddamn internet connection. You gotta pay a fucking subscription. You know, I think if you pay for an internet fucking connection, you should have all of this other shit for free. Oh, we're gonna charge you to listen to music. We're gonna charge you to watch movies. We're gonna charge you to watch TV. You know, back in my day, we just put an antenna in the television and picked up free TV stations. Now people have thousands and thousands of songs and radio, TV show, movies from all around the fucking world, and you know, I just feel paralyzed by choice, overwhelmed by options. And anymore, they're not even trying to make good music. They're not trying to make good TV. They're not trying to make good fucking movies. They're just relying on AI to push out content as fast as they possibly fucking can. You know, Marvel's got Spider-Man. Maybe fucking Amazon Prime has Webman. I hate how everyone says that capitalism innovates things, but all I see in 2025 is everybody just copying off of each other's work. It's kind of wild how TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, these all have like the same format. You could post things on these. You can do short video content. You can do long form video content like this video right here. Me personally, I think I'm just tired of a culture of consumers. You know, America's not even producing anything anymore. We're not building anything. We're not growing anything. We're not developing a goddamn thing here. America, in my opinion, is like a black hole sitting on the planet, and it's just consuming. It's consuming more, and even more than that, crushing it down into a single fucking point of profit. Most Americans don't even own the labor anymore. You know, most people are working for piss poor wages so that they gotta get a second job. You know how fucked up that is when you put in a hard day at work and you're expected to get a second job? Well, I worked in the trades for 12 hours a day and now I'm gonna go DoorDash for the next 8. And these goddamn slaves think they're better than people like Jizzle D, FreQ. No, you're not. It's because so many of you out there are ignorant as fuck that you don't have the ability to advocate for yourself. A lot of you are spineless, cowardly pricks. You want to pretend to be a big bad motherfucker online. You want to pretend to be a big bad motherfucker in the real world. And then somebody comes along and checks the shit out of you. Gut check. Reality check. Like, nobody seems to think that it's insane that, you know, you have to fucking put in 16 hours a day for the next 40 fucking years just to put a down payment on a fucking 1-bedroom home. And I'm sure these fucking insurance rates are completely fucked. That's the best part. The rate just keeps going up so that you never fucking pay off the loan. I think it's sad that so many Americans, you're getting fucking scammed in the worst kind of ways. You know, you guys want to put all your goddamn focus and attention on the streets and these ghetto people. Never mind the fact that it's the ones sitting in offices, the ones in suits and fucking ties who are stealing from you, stealing money from your pocket in the form of unpaid wages, you know, stealing more money from your pocket in the form of unpaid taxes, because for every dollar those billionaires don't pay, you gotta cover it with yours. A lot of people in America have noticed their utility bills have gone up. What for, you say? AI motherfucking data centers that need a shit ton of electricity and a shit ton of water just to fucking operate. Sorry, America, your water and electricity bills going up and you have no fucking say. Because like I said, the politicians are fucking the American people over, selling out America for profit. Humans need clean drinking water? Not on my watch. The AI data companies have priority over that water. How dare you ask for a sip? The almond farms have water priority. How dare you ask for a sip? I just think it's crazy how there's so many things that are meant to look like it's making the world a better place somehow, like almond milk. All these people, you want to talk about how almond milk is more nutritious, yada yada, pound for pound, than cow's milk, healthy or whatever. You know, it probably is. I'm not here to debate that. But rather point out the fact that, you know, just to grow one fucking almond apparently takes 5 whole liters of water. God damn. You know, I can't remember what almond farm it is down in California, but they have like water rights. And I think it's crazy how, you know, so many people, they talk about riding their bicycle around instead of driving their car because they feel as if they're helping out the environment. And then we have celebrities like Taylor Swift who fire up a private jet just to fly 30 fucking minutes. Never mind the pollutants that these private jets put out into the atmosphere. And this is why I wish we would stop celebrating celebrities here in America. All these Swifties, but they don't want to call her out on the environmental damage that she's doing to the entire globe, riding around in a fucking private jet. And I just don't understand why so many people in America are actual pieces of shit, yet they're still celebrated as great people. Someone like Elon Musk. What, does this guy have like 14 fucking children now? Bunch of baby mamas, and he probably doesn't take care of any of those kids or baby mamas. We still celebrate them. I just think it's so frustrating that here in America we celebrate this fake culture, this fake shit, these fake fucking people, this authenticity and hard work and honor, integrity. You don't need that anymore. You know, people celebrate someone like Charlie Kirk, and dude was like one of the most vile fucking pieces of shit to walk the earth. All he did every time he opened up his mouth is just spread lies and fucking hate. You know, we talk about United States presidents like they're great people, even though every single one of them, all the way from George Washington down to Donald Trump, have left behind this legacy of destruction, violence. You know, one thing that we keep getting distracted on is the Epstein files. You know, one major aspect that is a component of these Epstein files is that the people that are in these files are Democratic lawmakers. The people who are in these files will be Republican lawmakers. The people in these files will be your favorite celebrities. The people in these files will be your favorite entertainers. The people in these files might be royalty and other notable figures from major fucking nations. Don't be surprised if you see Donald Trump, Joe Biden, Barack Obama, George Bush, Bill Clinton. Like, Americans don't seem to get it through their head that this is not a left versus right issue. It's up versus down. Them versus us. Rich versus poor. If you're not inside of those rich circles, consider yourself poor. And you know, one thing that just kills me about America is how we have sold out. How masculinity has been sold out to this idea of alpha males. How femininity in America has been sold out for prostitution. I think it's kind of wild how women, instead of dating, have chosen prostitution. Well, I ain't getting dressed up unless you're paying for a meal. I ain't sucking dick unless you're paying the bills. You know, that's prostitution right there. I don't know why people want a relationship like that either. Like, you know, I want a fucking partner. I don't want a red pill lesson. She's not yours, Jizzle, it's just your turn. Oh, don't worry about her best male friend. He's just gonna be the one who gets to take the ride next. He's the one she's gonna run off crying to when you piss her off. And I think most Americans, they're opting out of the dating market because Americans aren't honest people. We're all getting tired of being manipulated and lied to. I get it.